I want to talk to you guys about emotional affairs, and I'm really grateful that I have this time right now to kind of do it. I'm relaxed and I've got my information, and I think this is going to be really helpful for you. The first thing I want to tell you is if you or your partner are having an emotional affair or have, it's important you understand it's never about the person they had the affair with. It's about themselves and their unidentified needs, their unidentified wants, the things they never talked about. And the reason these emotional affairs are so dangerous is because there's so many ways now to connect. Social media has opened it up, the floodgates. And we're seeing more and more of it, which is why I think it's so important that you understand. And rather than look at the person your partner is cheating with or having an emotional affair with, you look and talk to your partner about what they need. What haven't you heard as their partner? And maybe what haven't they been honest about? Because all affairs are sneaky. At the end of the day, the whole thing that keeps them going is the inability to share what's happening with your significant other. If couples could do that, if they could say, I feel like I'm falling into a relationship with another person, or they just understand me, or they just want to talk about it, it would be one thing, but most of the time they don't. There's 7 types, and the first one is called the innocent friendship, and that truly is exactly how I said. It's a person they're just really good friends with, and they talk to this person. This person is there for them. This person supports them. And usually, if anything happens beyond this, it is a complete surprise. Neither person planned it. Neither person necessarily wanted it, but it happened, and you have to end it. The bad thing about this is it's usually based on a good friendship, and so it's really important that you keep your boundaries with friends. The second one is when you cross the line. Basically, you know this person is someone you're very attracted to, and you've been good so far about putting boundaries down, telling them you're married, telling them you're with someone, but there just is a moment, and it is a moment. It's a moment choice of weakness. You cross the line, and then once you cross the line, it's interesting what your mind does. It tells you, well, you've already crossed the line. You might as well just go for it or just continue it and keep it under control. But you can never keep it under control, because this is how it becomes an addiction. This is how the mind works. Rationalizes what we know is morally wrong, and it continues until we stop it. And you do have to stop it. The third type is cribbing. And this is when the two of you are communicating about your personal lives, about your spouses, about other things going on that are causing you tension, causing you stress. Basically, your relationship is like a leaning tower of Pisa. You're leaning on each other for support because you're both with people, or one of you is with a person that makes your life very stressful. This is what you're not being honest about, is that this person who is very stressful to you does not know your truth. And you have stopped trying to tell them, to talk to them. You've grown exhausted, you've grown whatever, angry, resentful, but whatever it is, you're relying on this other person to basically help diffuse the stress you feel with your partner, except now you're starting to get feelings for this friend or this emotional lover, which is going to turn out badly for your marriage. A fixation meant sometimes people are out and there's somebody that just catches their attention. They like talking to them. They like who this person represents themselves with, and they become fixated. They can't quite get them out of their mind. I've seen this happen with actors, and patients of mine will actually have to quit watching certain shows because they become fixated on one of the actors. It's not someone they're going to meet, probably. It's not someone they're going to write to or communicate with. They are just totally enamored with this person. They have fantasies about them. They may have dreams about them. But the bottom line is, whatever energy you use fantasizing or thinking about another person, possibly a person you have a crush on, is less time you're giving your marriage, less prioritizing of you and your partner. They make decisions for each other or together. This is a type of friendship or emotional affair where you're actually going to them for counsel. You're no longer sitting down, or you might be sitting down with your partner, but what your partner says does not carry as much influence as what this other person says. Now, this is a dangerous place to be, because this person you begin elevating on a pedestal, and you can see where that's going in a relationship. Your delusionment with home life. You may have gotten married or with someone that you had expectations that were off the chart, so high no one could have met them. And rather than those be like you dealing with them, you talking to your partner, you've kind of put these expectations on someone else who has now become your new fantasy or your new person. The problem is no one is perfect, including you. And when you set your standards so high, you not only damage your relationship, your marriage, but you will end up being damaged by this emotional affair, because this person that you have set up on a pedestal, or someone who they can never be, is certainly going to fall as well. And I think it's important that we understand the majority of separations in marriage are due to an emotional affair. The two people did not cut it off. They began wanting to see each other, living for each other, making decisions together, talking bad about their partner together, and their marriage became so torn apart that they actually had to separate. So I think before you do anything, if this is you, you need to stop. You need to really have a sit down with yourself and think about your commitments. You need to be honest. Where is the majority right now of your energy, of your time and attention going? If it's going to someone else and you're calling them a friend, there's a good chance it's an emotional affair, and you still have control over this. You can still take this back. Identify your needs. I want you to take out a sheet of paper. Write down what your needs are. What is this person giving you that your spouse is not? And then you need to not only list that, but you need to write down how different you are with this person. What are you giving this person so that it actually connects? Next, I want you to sit down with your partner. I want you to tell them you feel like you've gotten too attached to this other person, that you've made a list of your needs, that you'd like to see a list of their needs because you feel like you're putting too much priority into this other person rather than the marriage. And then I want you to really set aside 1 hour every week where the two of you are having what I call honest talk, open communication. Are you giving your partner what they need? Are they giving you what you need? Block this other person or tell this other person, listen, I've woken up. I need to get myself back together. I need to get my marriage back together. I've not been a good husband. I've not been a good friend to you. I've taken what I wanted and put it on the relationship, and I don't think it's fair to you or my spouse, and it certainly isn't the best part of me. If you're able to do this and you're very upfront and honest about it, you have a great chance to save your marriage and make it better. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.